Welcome back to Transform and Rollout Season 3. And this episode is going to be a continuation of Season 3, Episode 7. So if you haven't checked that out, we highly recommend that you go back and listen to the episode and then come back and join us. If you haven't had time to listen to the episode, we'll do our best to give you a little bit of information on what's happened so far. This season, we have plans to do something we've never done or seen anywhere else before, and we're excited to show you. And now let's begin. We are going to travel back in time to Cybertron 200 years after the events of the Alita 1 one-shot. The Cybertronian War has ended. Scorchfire Prime and the Autobots managed to knock the Decepticons out of balance, causing infighting, which eventually weakened their military strength and caused the fall of their army. It's been one full solar cycle since the war has been declared over. Megatron retreated into the shadows and it hasn't been seen since the last battle. And as we get closer to the planet, we focus on a city of Kaon. The city is mostly destroyed, toppled buildings, and what little remains stands is used as a hub of information and shelter for bots that don't have any other place to go. We then focus on a small alleyway. We see 3 bots on a standoff. One of those bots has a sniper rifle slung over their shoulder and a blaster at the ready. Linsay, would you mind describing who you'll be playing? Give us a little bit of description on what they look like.
Yes. So I am playing Alita 1, and she is an Autobot, obviously, and she's got kind of this rusty pink coloring to her. Like, it looks like it might have been a brighter pink back in the day, but a lot of things have happened, and so now it's kind of dented up and not quite rusted, but there's definitely scars and scratches on it. And so it's a much deeper, almost reddish color to it now. And in her Alita form, she is about 25 feet tall, so about shorter than average for, your average Autobot, I guess. And when she does transform, she transforms into a car, kind of like a sporty, it's not quite a race car. It can still go, off-roading and stuff like that. And and she, proudly wears her Autobot symbol on the front of her. And when she's, in her Alita form again, she usually has a weapon, if not several weapons, strapped behind her on her back, which go with her everywhere. Especially, she's quite fond of her sniper rifle. Do you want to know more?
No, that's perfect. But in front of you, there are 2 Decepticons. They both have ground vehicle modes. The one on the right is a sports car, and the one on the left is an SUV. Their bodies are mostly black, and their limbs are gray. They do have Decepticon insignias tattooed all over their bodies, giving them some purple accents. And these bots to be Gearbox and Muffler. They have been promoting a resurgence and trying to begin recruitment by mentioning that they possess a prime weapon in their recruitment flyers. And after the end of the war, you have dedicated your time to hunt down any bot that wishes to fan the flames of war once again and retrieve any prime relics that the Decepticons had in their possession. And with that said, I'll need you to roll initiative because you're all in a Mexican standoff.
just jumping right into it.
Yes.
Sorry, I was taking notes. Hunt down prime weapons. I'm trying to be the good player here so I don't forget. I'm like, okay, it's not a one shot. I actually have to remember what's happening.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
We should give her inspiration.
Is it a D4 inspo? Or D6?
I think it's a D6 that we use.
D6? Oh, sweet.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, so roll an initiative with inspo. Oh, great. Well, I rolled a 19, and then I rolled 1. So that's dirty 20 for initiative.
Nice. You go first.
Okay, groovy. So there's 2 of them. Are they in they're in their vehicle form right now, right?
They're in their bot mode.
They're in their
but
bot
you
mode.
can definitely see the parts of their alt mode on their bodies. That way, that's how you could determine that one was a sports car and
Okay,
one
I
was an
see.
SUV.
And how far away are they from me?
They're 15 feet away.
Oh, so they're pretty close.
Yeah, you kind of cornered them in an alleyway as you were hunting them down to get information on the relic that they are claiming that they possess, and try to stop them to kind of start the flames of war once again and kind of create more chaos.
Okay, but I don't see the prime weapon on them right now, right?
No.
Okay, so basically I do need to at least keep one of them alive. To question is what I am understanding. Just things to know. Okay, so I am going to what do I have on that? Okay, I'm gonna pull out my spark blaster and just trying to see where did I write down? How many attacks do I have? Do I have just one attack per turn?
You do
Okay.
have one attack, and then you have a
bonus,
bonus
movement
action.
bonus, and none of my attacks are bonus actions. But okay, so I am gonna pull out my blaster, and of the two, does either of them look more menacing or closer to grabbing their weapon, or
all three of you have your weapons out.
okay,
and
we have
you're
them
all
out.
kind of waiting for the next move to see who's gonna start the shooting.
Okay, who's the bigger one? The
Muffler would be the bigger one.
Great, I'm gonna shoot at him. So that is gonna be 3d6. I'm doing the spark blaster. Okay, so that is gonna be 18 to hit.
That hits.
Great, and then damage is gonna be 17 points of damage. So that's a 3d6 plus a d4 plus 6.
Nice. Where are you hitting them?
Those who are following along. Well, because I am going to want to question them, I am aiming on Muffler at least, to shoot the weapon out of his hand. Or destroy the weapon or what have you. Because I don't want him shooting at me, but I also don't want to kill him.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
If that is possible.
Yes, that would be possible. Okay, so you take your spark blaster out and you focus on what you want to aim, and as you shoot, you hit them in the hand, creating a hole on their palm, and their blaster hilt gets hit, and so they drop it on the floor as the now wound is smoking a little bit as you singe through the metal.
And you said I chased him down an alleyway. For my movement, is there anywhere where I'm able to take cover?
You would be towards the entrance of the alleyway, so you could move back and use the building for cover. Yep. Meanwhile, they don't have any sort of protection since they're in between all buildings.
Awesome. Then I am definitely going to move around that corner and take cover.
Perfect.
I'll be sure to add some epic music to this part right here.
It's a great fight scene here.
Okay. With that, it would be Muffler and Gearbox turn, unless you have a bonus action you would like to do.
I do not have a bonus action. Nope.
Okay. So Muffler's gonna pick up Gearbox and chuck them as to push them towards your direction quicker than running. That way they can land in the hallway. So they're gonna do a strength and a athletic roll. Let's see how this goes.
So is Muffler twice Gearbox's size or something? He's literally chucking him.
Yeah, it's kind of like the fastball special from the X-Men when they throw Wolverine. So they're not super small. They're not the size of a minicon, but they're definitely lightweight and more lighter than Muffler would be.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, so Muffler got a 6 on his strength. So he throws Gearbox, but the Gearbox couldn't quite get a hand of a perch to push themselves off. So they stumble on the throw. But Gearbox got a 22, not a natural 20, but a dirty 22.
Yeah, that'll hit me.
And he.
Oh wait, I'm taking cover though. So did you roll at disadvantage?
They're just moving towards you. They're not attacking you with this.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, so they fumble the throw. Gearbox managed to roll and kind of land in front of you, almost kind of like a Spider-Man style, with the hand on the floor and one on the side, saving the throw. And so that would be Muffler's turn. He
Okay.
used his movement to throw Gearbox, and so Gearbox is going to try to shoot you with their blaster.
Okay. And that would be at disadvantage now because I am
Yes, because you're
behind
covered.
cover.
Okay, so the first one was a natural 20, but with disadvantage,
Okay.
they went down to a 17.
Okay. That will 17 will match.
Will match? Okay, perfect. So if they do match with me, they do hit for both enemies and players.
Mhm.
So I'm going to roll damage. As the shot hits you on the shoulder, doing 10 points of damage.
Oh.
And you do see them look at each other and they wiggle their fingers as if they're communicating.
Hmm.
And then it would be your turn.
Okay. So ew. How far away is Gearbox from me now?
Gearbox from you would be 5 feet.
Oh man, I threw him far. Okay. Is that considered a disadvantage for ranged weapons being within 5 feet, or is that okay?
No, it would be okay.
Okay, great. So I am gonna shoot him. I'm gonna attempt to shoot at him. Actually, shoot at him for the first time. Ooh, that's gonna be 16 to hit.
That hits.
Yay! That is 16 points of damage.
16 points of damage. Where are you shooting them?
I am gonna try and take out his legs so he can't advance on me.
Okay. You aim down. Since he's on the kind of crouched on the floor, you aim down. You shoot the knee that's keeping it above the floor because the other one's already touching. So you shoot the one that's giving it all the support as it buckles and bends to the right, and you blew his knee out.
Yay!
Man, I feel bad for these bots.
I don't. Do you know who
I
they
don't.
picked the
I don't
fight
feel
with?
bad at all.
I'm gonna as my bonus action, I'm gonna just yell at them, be like, I don't want to kill you. Surrender now, and there doesn't need to be any more violence. And I'm gonna continue taking cover.
Okay, both gonna look at you, and
They're totally gonna ignore me, I'm sure. But
yeah, they do. You see, both of them put their hands together, and then they start tapping their knuckles, and you can see that their eyes blink as if they're communicating. And Gearbox then looks at you, and you can feel like a stare as they're focused now on taking you down and not running away from the fight. That it would be their turn again. So Muffler is gonna run up and try to catch up. Okay, so this would bring him towards the opening of the alleyway.
Mhm.
For him to try to shoot you, he would have double the disadvantage because you're farther away and you have a lot of more debris covering you if you would try to shoot from this position.
Okay.
So let's see what happens. Okay, does a 15 hit? He rolled a 17, a 15, and an 18, so the 15 would be the lowest.
15 does not hit.
Does not hit. And as Muffler aims and takes out after picking up his blaster, he shoots, and with the hole you made before, the blaster doesn't seem to fire and malfunctions. So no shot there. So Gearbox is gonna try it and see if he can stand up. Let me roll a strength check for him. Okay, with a 19, he stretches out his hand to Muffler, and they are both now holding hands, and that steadies Gearbox.
Okay.
And he's going to try to shoot you again. Okay, so with him not having one leg because the knee was broken and being held by Muffler, he has disadvantage, plus you already are behind cover. So he rolled a 12. That would be the lowest that he rolled.
That does not hit.
That does not hit. And again, not having great balance, the blaster just goes into the air as they both miss. And it would be your turn.
Okay. Obviously, I'm still taking cover behind this wall in the alleyway, but they're getting closer. Is there anything I can anything further away that I can hide behind, or anything I can jump up on top of and get a vantage point down onto them?
Roll me a perception.
I will. Yeah, that would be a natural 1.
Right now, you're focused on what these two bots are doing.
Focused on the battle. Okay.
Yeah, not necessarily on the battle, but more of the techniques that they're trying to use.
Yeah,
'cause one is trying to support the other, and they're not very accurate with their shots. And
Okay, so seeing that Muffler is definitely the bigger one, and I think probably more of a threat to me right now, and they are communicating with each other, I kind of feel like I really only need to keep one of them alive. So I am going to try and shoot Muffler in the spark.
Okay.
So that is going to be a 19 plus 26 to hit.
That hits. That hits a lot.
Okay, that's going to be 17 points of damage.
And you're using your spark blaster?
Yep, still using the spark blaster.
Okay. As you focus on the spark casing and where it is situated on bots, you, true to your aim, you fire and the blast hits them in the chest, and you can see the sparks going through the back of the bot. But suddenly the blast effect seems to like freeze in the midair, as if time stopped for them, but not for you, as even the drops of energon coming down their body has stopped completely. If that makes sense.
I'm the one that can control time. What's going on?
So what would you like to do with that information?
So it shows that it hit, but now it's freezing as they're bleeding out, or dripping out, whatever. Yeah. I'm definitely gonna like look around. Do I see anything else around, or does it seem like they're doing anything that could be affecting this?
Roll me a perception to see if they are. As for around you, you look and you don't see any other bots in the area or anything that could cause this kind of triggering of freezing time, especially given the knowledge of you, since you have this ability to control time.
Right, so I have the time stop ability.
Yeah, given the experience. Then.
Right, so I rolled a 14.
A 14, based on your intel and what you've learned from these bots before you've hunted them down, and none of the specs say that they have this sort of ability or capacity of any kind. So you can determine that they're not the cause of it.
Okay. Huh. I guess, I'm assuming since they're frozen, they can't fight back, right?
That would be correct.
Okay, cool. So can I take this opportunity to like disarm them? And it looks like I have 100 feet of steel wire rope. Can I disarm them and like tie them up?
You can.
Great. I would love to do that because I don't know how long this time stop is going to last. And so I'd prefer to disable them before trying to figure out who else is doing this.
Yes. So you walk up cautiously, of course, just in case anything were to happen. And you check their where they would store their weaponry, and you make sure to grab all their weapons and you chuck them aside. You dismantle them, make sure they can't use them. You take your copper wire and you tie it around both of them. And after a few minutes of messing with these bots and making sure they won't go anywhere, a sudden flash of light appears from behind these two bots, and you see two bots drop from the air 5 feet in the air as they land on the hard metal ground of Cybertron. Clickbait. Lapis, would you describe your characters and tell us what you're doing here?
Hi guys, I play Allegory. She's an Autobot intelligence officer. She transforms into some sort of starfighter. It closely resembles the starfighters that the Naboo Royal Guard use.
Wrong character.
And no, it's Allegory.
No, that's Stardust.
Allegory is a jet.
Allegory's is a Cybertronian jet. That's right.
Sorry.
that is the right. Thank
that's
you.
My
well,
one shot.
I started it good and then devolved into the other jet that I play of 3. Anyways, so she's just a Cybertronian jet. She currently, I believe, is still in her black and red colors. She does have the ability to change those. Usually she's silver and purple, but right now she's black and red.
Okay, so hi guys, I'm playing Smolder. No, not Smolder, guys. I lied. I'm playing Frostbang. Frostbang is I did it last time. I gotta do it this time. So yes, I'm playing Frostbang. She is this big blue lady with large wings on her back and little yellow horns. She is in her alt mode. She is a ginormous dragon, and she just, fallen from the sky and I would like to think she catches herself before she lands on her
Yeah,
butt.
same.
Only in,
Elegantly.
here.
only in athletics.
Roll you in athletics. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Because you, when we last left off, you were both teleported, and it was a sudden teleportation. It's not like you had the control over it. So
I can't believe this. I don't even have a bonus to my athletics. I got a 10.
I got a 5, so you landed more gracefully than I did.
yes, Allegory, you landed on your tailpipe, and Frostfang, you landed, but then you had to take a knee to support the sudden momentum.
Okay, but I look cool, right?
Yeah, kind of
Okay,
like
good.
the
I look
superhero
cool too.
landing that you would. Yeah. Yeah, and as you both arrive, your watches ding that they provided you, and it shows you the following. It says timeline 515, level 1, find thread, location, Cybertron, Kaon, 200 years in the future.
Okay.
And Alita, these two bots that are in front of you, again, I'll just reiterate, just like the player said, there's going to be a big blue beast alternate mode Cybertronian. They seem to have organic parts, kind of like the Beast Wars characters, but they have organic parts to their alt mode. And then next to that is going to be a Cybertronian jet, again, red and black coloring, appearing from the light.
Okay, great. And do they have any weapons drawn or anything?
Last time they were teleported
No.
without any weapons, so they wouldn't. They look as if they're confused on what just happened.
Okay, and I'm gonna look at them and look down. Are the two Decepticons still frozen?
Yes, they would both
Okay.
be frozen.
So I'm gonna look up at them and say, "Are you responsible for this disruption of time?"
It's entirely possible.
I mean, this happened right before we were taken, right? Didn't it?
I wasn't where there were any other living beings.
For you, when you were taken, it was a flash of light. Nothing
Okay.
froze. So,
Okay, but I know who we're working for, right?
yes, you know who you're working for, and they've mentioned that they have the ability. They just couldn't use it for yours.
Okay, then let
I
me
feel like
rephrase
notes are
that.
not enough.
I know. I'm
Here
like
we are.
looking through them. Okay, let me rephrase that then. Yes, it is likely because of us from what we gathered before we were sent here.
Sent here from where?
That's a great question. I'm gonna look at Allegory and like give her a shrug.
Allegory is she's gonna make a face. Well, we're not entirely from this planet or any of the planets around here. We come from another planet, another version of Cybertron. And apparently, there's a mass crisis going on in the universe that requires bots of great ability and potential in order to stop this crisis from destroying every world out there.
Yeah, that sums it up.
Yeah.
There was. Oh, you know what? We met Vector Prime. If that helps, I guess he's kind of in charge of things. Nice guy.
He's very friendly.
I liked him.
So you were sent here from an alternate universe to find warriors to help fight the scourge that is destroying your universe?
In a
Destroying
way,
every universe. But
It's,
yeah,
yes,
that,
it's
yeah.
every universe from what
universe.
we can tell.
And yet you don't know why you're here.
well, I assume we're. Did they tell us why we were here, DM?
Yes, they asked you.
DM.
They told you that the timeline that they were sending you, there was an anomaly. There was a bot that could move when everything else should be frozen, and so they wanted you to bring them in so that they can ask them and understand how they could do that, and determine if they were a threat or not to the timelines.
Gotcha. Well, to be quite honest, the entire event has been rather abrupt. We were dealing with a crisis in our own universe, a tyrannical leader gone mad. When we were plucked out of our timeline and asked to help with this crisis that's bigger than our own planet, and they asked us to find someone who has abilities that could be useful in this fight against time and multiversal enemies.
Well, I'm more than happy to help, but obviously there was a threat here in this world. And I look down at the two who are frozen. There is a group of rogue bots who have been collecting and creating very powerful weapons that also threaten to destroy this world. So I'm not sure if I can leave the threat that is here to go find a threat that is elsewhere.
Well, the good news is it looks like the people we're working for, they weren't able to do it for our world, but it looks like they were able to pause time for your world, which means you should be able to leave for at least a short while and nothing will be amiss.
Oh, well, in that case, great.
Yeah, our timeline is going to have to fend for itself for a while. We weren't given a choice, unfortunately.
Well, if you are able to promise that this world will in fact be frozen while I am gone, I think I can be amenable to assisting you.
I believe that is a promise we can make from what I was informed of.
From what we know, that is what will happen. I cannot attest to the how absolute that will be, how true that will be, but from what we've seen and been told, that is what will happen, at least for a time, for a while.
Okay. Well then, it sounds like we've got some work to do.
Indeed.
Absolutely.
My name's Allegory, by the way.
I'm Frostfang.
Alita 1.
Nice to meet you.
It's an honor to meet you.
You too. So what happens next? I mean, do we get beamed up? How does this work?
Well, yes,
In
they
essence,
gave us little watches, and she's like holding out her arm with a little.
Allegory holds up hers as well.
It's like a little fancy watch. Yeah,
and they can teleport us.
Yeah, supposedly they bring us right back to where we were just at before they kicked us out rudely.
Okay.
So I guess I will go ahead and DM. So I have 2 notches right now. So it says that I can do...
We should have 3 notches.
Maybe I mistyped it last time. Either way, it takes 2 notches to perform a jumps, and I can take a passenger. So I'm going to offer my hand out to Alita 1 and like give her a smile.
I will take her hand.
Awesome.
Alrighty. And I'll look to Allegory. I will give you a wink, and then I'm going to activate my watch.
See you on the other side, and I'm going to activate mine as well.
Okay, as you activate your watches, you see it brighten, and you see blue and green particles surround you as a sudden flash of white light appears, and you're all gone. You've all teleported.
Yay!
And with that, we're going to switch to the second half of this episode with the other group.
Woo!
So, welcome back to the second half of episode 8. This, again, will be a continuation of season 3, episode 7 of Transform and Roll Out Eons. If you haven't checked that one out, we highly recommend you go check it. And again, we do have a lot of cool plans that we want to use in this season, and we're very excited. In this case, I will have Hexamis please describe your character and give us a brief summary of what they look like and their current thoughts and goals.
Hi, my name is Hexamis. I'm playing as Synthwave, a mint green and magenta rescue bot. She turns into a helicopter, and she's pretty bouncy and bubbly, and obviously by the name Synthwave, she loves music. And currently, we last left off where Synthwave was being teleported to... According to her, she was going to essentially recover Scorchfire Prime from wherever she ended up.
Awesome. Perfect. So shall we begin?
Yes, please.
And I don't think I've mentioned it before, but I am Kilobyte and I will be your DM, Primus, and God for this round and the last. So let's get started. We open up to a flash of light, and then you drop 5 feet in the air onto the hard metal ground once more. Your TBD watch goes off, indicating you are on Caminus, 100,000 years in the future. And this is a level 3 fine thread labeled 716_S2.
Can I get that in writing later?
Yes.
Thank you.
But the first thing I will have you do is, can you roll me a perception?
Yes. What is my perception? Oh, it's nothing. Oh.
It has to be half something.
Nope, just a regular D20. I got a 15.
15. Okay. So as you look around, this looks like Caminus, but not like how it was for you back home. There are industrial buildings everywhere with chimneys roaring out flames of bright blues and pinks. Everything is dirty, grimy, greasy, and nothing like the Caminus you once knew. You see black flags strung up around every building with a single image on them, a dark red outline of a matrix, with two somewhat transparent red optics glowing behind it, each with a smaller flag below that says, "He's watching you." There's also not as many bots here as you might think, but for those that are on the street, everybody is wearing some sort of cuff on each of their wrists, except the ones that look like guards. The guards each wear a black cape with red on the side, all of them the exact form and shape, a motionless, stern look, a reflective chrome faceplate, broad shoulders with small fins for a jet mode. And every single one of them has a red letter C painted on their side of their head. All of them carrying either a blaster or an electro whip, watching the citizens move along. But before you have time to take in the sights and the realization that what has happened to Caminus, a place you hold very dear to you, you suddenly hear chittering from behind you as you feel a sharp sting on your side. As you turn around, you see one of the sweeps that the TBD mentioned in introduction, and it's impaling you with their sharp claws through your shoulder. Roll me initiative.
Ow! Wow, this is this is not fair. I don't like this. Oops, hold on. Okay, I got a 14. Poor Synthwave. So scared and hates to be alone and so disoriented in a place that's familiar but not, and then just immediately attacked.
Yeah, the sweep got a 15. So they would go first. They're pretty close to you. They are really impaling you, so they will try to attack you with their claws and see if they hit you or not. Does a 12 hit?
It does not.
It does not? Okay.
It does not.
Since their claws are impaled on your shoulder, as you move, they're sort of like stuck in there. Not necessarily like they'll tear and destroy your shoulder, but they don't have a lot of range of movement. So as you turn around and you see them and you kind of get spooked, it throws them off balance and they just swipe at the air. And with that, it would be your turn.
Synthwave is going to... Oh boy. I think... probably scramble backwards as quick as she can, take out her pistol, and probably try to take a quick shot.
Okay.
Try to get them to maybe back off.
Okay, roll to hit.
1 second. There we go. That's what I was looking for. I got a 14.
14 hits.
Okay. Yay! Thankfully.
That's exactly their AC.
Oh, nice. Wait, oops. Oh, I almost put in the wrong info. Sorry about that. That is... Oh, yeah, 3. Well...
3. Well, 3 is better than none, you know?
Yes.
Where are you blasting them?
I'm gonna blast probably by their feet, I think.
Okay, so you pull away from the spot as you get their claws away from your shoulder, and you turn around, you do a quick flick of your wrist with your weapon, and you hit them in one of their feet. As you hear them screech in the pain. Is there anything else you would like to do?
I want to yell at them. Say, yeah, that's right, back away from me. Like, totally not confident at all.
You keep hearing screeches from them as they keep getting closer. For the listeners, this is a sweep. It looks like Scourge from the G1 movie, but they're black in coloring, and they have a singular red eye on their head. But they seem to be more of mindless creatures instead of more sentient. With that, it would be their turn, and they are gonna go and try to catch up to you and claw at you once more. Does a 16 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay, as you take 20 points of damage from their claws.
Ow! Owie.
And
That's not good.
They jump at you and they scratch your chest just from one end to the other. Really digging their claws. How you doing?
Real bad.
Okay.
Real bad.
Okay, that would be their movement, so it would be your turn. Or that would be their turn, so it would be your turn now.
Give me a minute to find something to help me. Because now I'm essentially like stuck under them.
No, they're not pinning you. They just jumped at
okay.
you and scratched your chest. You're still able to move.
Kilo did mention before we started the session that we were severely underleveled. Like Scorchfire and Smolder and Vantix, I think, are like level 13, and then these characters are like level 6.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah,
Don't worry about that.
to just emphasize the fact that we're so low leveled, I'm gonna do the hopefully smart thing and see if I can just fly away.
I believe in you.
I'd like to leave. I want to leave.
Roll me in athletics as you try to transform her more away, because it would be disengaging.
Okay. I can. Whoa.
Because they'll get an opportunity to attack it.
I got a nat 20, so 22.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Yay.
You,
baby leaves.
as you get scratched, you panic and you transform, and they try to claw at you, but you're quicker as you fly up high and try to run away from them from their current location.
Phew.
As you do this, is there anything else you would like to do?
No, I think my main focus is to just get away.
Okay. So as you do that, the sweep will transform into their flight mode, and they'll start chasing you
Oh.
and try to
Nice.
shoot you down.
Oh.
But before that could escalate even longer, Celeste, Onyx, would you describe your characters and give us a brief summary of what they look like and their current thoughts and goals? Not all at once.
Okay. Hi, I'll be playing Scorchamis. Some of you may know me as Scorchfire, but I'm pretty much a red sports car, very thin, very tone. He stands about, well, not very tall, 18 feet, but he is currently with a giant woman and is doing everything in his power to, what's the word? Not the word impress is not there, but to look cool, calm, and collective.
Cool.
I'm joking. Hi, my name is Celeste. I'll be playing as Domina. Domina is a large orange and white Cybertronian train. She wields 2 giant cannons, each with blades, 1 on each arm. She's on a mission searching for oddities. She started with 1, now she's finding for a second. And during her second search, she is with the new bot, Scorchfire.
Awesome. Thank you. And where we left off, Domina and Scorchfire, you were both blinded by a sudden a beam of light coming from the corner of the alleyway that you're both in. And as you both turn the corner, you see a green mint bot in their helicopter mode, flying away from a black bot with sharp claws, a singular eye, as you see them transform and kind of take flight to follow this mint bot. And Domina, you receive an alert from Neko at the same time, letting you know that the information previously of 1 singularity appearing was wrong. There were 2 singularities that appear at the same time. They just couldn't differentiate from both of them. What would you like to respond to them as you see this?
Okay, well, Domina takes a moment to read the message. She understands now that readings are becoming a little bit faulty, but she's trusting in Neko's words. So she'll reply, understood, I will keep you updated. I will be searching for the second oddity at the moment. Just any new information, please keep me updated. And if I don't reply the next time you message, re-message me again, please. And send.
Neko sends you a message back saying, "Will do, Captain," and a little thumbs up. And as you see this Scorchfire, how do you react to this fight between these 2 bots?
Well, I do what I do best. I pull out my sword and I go rescue a damsel in distress.
Okay, roll me.
I did not mean to mind. I that was completely on accident. Yeah,
No,
let's see here.
roll me
That
the
was
hit, because
beautiful.
it'll be a surprise attack on the sweep, and
Roll
then
the
roll
hit?
me initiative. Yeah, roll me. It'll be surprised. They don't expect you, and then after that
Perfect.
we'll roll initiative so you can.
Oh boy. Why did I say sword? I got 13.
13 misses as
Yeah,
you
that checks.
as you swing, and the sweep is lifting off the ground towards the helicopter.
Ah, heights, my one disadvantage.
He had the high ground. Domino, what do you do as you see these two bots? Also, I'll let you act at the same time because it'll
Throw me.
you'll get the sneak against this.
Throw me. Fastball special. Come on.
How far away is the sweeps from us?
From you, they're 20 feet away.
20 feet away? Oh my gosh, that's perfect. Yeah, do you want to try that, Onyx? Or Scorchimus, throw him like Wolverine?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, what do I
Have a
roll?
giant woman throw me. Yes.
2 fastball specials in one episode. That's great.
What is this? What is this?
Okay,
So roll me a strength check, Domina, and then roll me an athletics, Scorchus.
Okay, strength, I get 3 extra. Heck yeah.
Oh goodness. I got a 10.
Oh, okay, I got 12.
Okay, Domina, you throw Scorchimus with all your might. Scorchimus, well, what kind of moves are you doing in the air to get to the sweep?
I have 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, my sword pointed towards the direction of the sweep, and my other hand pretending to balance myself, but I do not fly well.
Okay,
Domina tried her best, okay? Don't blame her.
I would never.
Since it's a combination attack, since Domina's giving you pretty much her attack to send you flying, I'll let you attack once again. But you're definitely trying to keep as much balance as you can in the air as you're headed towards the sweep.
Okay, so you want me to roll to hit again?
Yeah.
Oh no.
You got this, Scorchimus.
Come on,
Well,
big strong hero.
You're gonna be happy to see this one because there was a nat 1.
Oh,
Being flung and attacking in the air is not as simple as it looks. And as you swing down your sword, the momentum and the weight of the blade kind of throw you more off balance as you flip in the air and you land back on the ground.
Well, it could be worse.
You take 3 points of damage as you
Oh no, it was worse.
hit your chin on the metal floor. Synthwave, I'll have you roll me a perception.
okay. This damsel's a lot of distress.
Yeah, damsel being me. My pretty chin is now ruined.
I got a 4.
With a 4, it was a big thunk as Scorchimus hit the ground. So you do see them on the ground and kind of trying to recover from the hitting it.
Oh,
And as you see this, you do see a red bond with some red flame decal on the floor with a sword out, kind of in anime when they get struck by lightning and they're like twitching a little bit, just a little bit like that as they impacted the ground very hard.
I think my my rescue bot instincts kind of kick in, and I want to quickly swerve and try to land on the ground as best I can.
Okay, you quickly turn and you head back down as the sweep is coming back up. And you turn so quickly that the sweep, as it tried to turn, it spun around in circles in the air, getting a little bit dizzy as you just rush down to go get Scorchimus. So they'll lose their turn as they try to center themselves. And it would be your turn.
Is the sweep still gonna follow her?
The sweep is stuck in the air at the moment, a little bit dazed, but you would assume that they would definitely come back down and try to continue what they were doing.
Perfect.
Okay. I want to like transform, hit the ground, and sort of like, because I'm already in motion, so like stumble, run towards Scorchimus. Like, don't worry, I'll rescue you, and like try to scoop him up.
Roll me an athletics.
Oh boy.
A lot of athletics tonight.
Don't worry, buddy. I got a... Whoops. I put it in the wrong chat, but I got a 17.
Oh, with a 17, you land and you kind of surf on the metal floor a little bit as you scoop him up. Which way are you running? Or are you transforming again? Or what do you do after you scoop him
Is
up?
this the after spark?
I'd like to look around to see if there is any like good places to duck and hide.
As you look at around, you do see a big 38-foot bot with mostly white and orange accents standing close to an alleyway.
Oh, that's a perfect hiding spot.
Yeah, it looks like they would turn into a Cybertronian train because you can definitely see the parts on there. You do see them like standing as they were trying to. You can assume they're assessing the situation and what's going on.
I would like to just run and hide behind them. Like, excuse me, pardon me. Don't mind me. And just hide.
Okay. Domina, you see the mint bot rescue Scorchamus and run behind you and be like, okay, sorry, excuse me, I just need you to help me out.
Sorry.
How do you react to this?
Domina understands the situation. She saw earlier what happened. She just couldn't react because of the message she had to reply to. She really regrets throwing Scorchamus, so she's glad that this bot decided to help them. So Domina says, it's fine. Just stay behind me. I'll keep you safe for now.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me see here. What do I roll to make sure to pay attention to what the sweep is doing? Perception?
That's more if you want to focus on more detailed. With your passive perception, you can kind of see what they would be doing, unless you hide behind a wall or something like that.
Oh, okay. Well, we're trying to get away from this thing too. How far away is it right now again? Is it still 20 feet or did it go farther away now?
Yeah, they're 20 feet because they did a U-turn in the air, so they would still be in the same location.
Okay. Domina remembers the last time she tried to find an alleyway went pretty bad. So, can she pick up both Scorchamus and Synthwave to run away?
I
You
truly
can.
am dead. This is definitely what the after spark
I mean,
would
she's
be.
big
for
enough
me,
to
at
just
least.
carry them both.
Yeah, definitely
ride.
for sure. You pick them up. Which way do you want to run?
Going back to the sewers. They're just kidding, not the sewers.
You can if you want to.
I mean,
We just got out of there.
we just got out of there. Sorry, Scorchamus.
You know what the sewers do to my paint job?
So sorry, Scorchamus. So yeah, actually we're going back down the sewers. I'm sorry, Scorchamus.
Okay.
But we go out
goodness.
in the other alleys or the public, we're gonna get more attention. Can't risk that.
Okay, so you run back to the manhole that you exited last episode and before, and you jump down and close it, and you listen to see if the sweep would follow you, but you don't hear anything of it coming clear. And then after a few minutes, you hear gunfire as you hear some guards say that they've taken down a rogue bot that was flying in the air when they weren't supposed to.
Okay. Zamana is content that she didn't try to run away. So she is careful in playing Synthwave and Scorchamus down. Are you both alright?
I am now. Mostly my pride has been hurt.
Yeah, I think I'm okay.
Good. I'm sorry we're back down here, Scorchamus, but as you can see, it's not safe up there at all. Running away up there is not an option, not a good option at the moment. Can I see your injuries, Scorchamus?
It's just my chin, really. I mean, I guess I could paint it up later.
Okay. And for you, I'm sorry. What is your name?
Oh, my name's Synthwave. Thank you so much for defending me. I don't know what that was, and I'm a little disoriented. There's a lot going on, and I'm glad I'm not alone.
Oh, Domina just feels for this girl. It's fine. We're a little lost too. Just stick with us for now. It's really not safe to go up there. Now, we need a plan.
Speaking of not safe, you look like you're not from around here.
Me? I mean, no, not really.
You mind filling us in on some of these gaps here?
I'm here because, I wish I could, check the scribbled notes on, my hand or something. I'm either looking for a scorch fire?
Oh, that would be me.
Domina looks at him.
Most people call me Scorchamus, but I mean, especially you can call me Scorchamus, but others call me Scorchfire.
I don't.
Okay. I'm looking for you. She just points.
Me? Are you the one the watch told me they would send?
Yeah. And she just sticks out her arm and shows the watch. The time watch people are looking for you, and I was sent to go after you.
Interesting.
It's all by
what's
myself.
their game plan? And can I take and I point to Domina, her with us? She seems to be a valuable acquaintance.
I was gonna say you're gonna finish your sentence there. Because I got teleported, I should have just 3 notches on my watch,
Yes,
right?
that is
Okay.
correct.
So I can only take one of you with me, because the watch only has enough battery juice for one other.
They did provide you a watch, so you could give it to Scorchfire when you were teleported out.
Did I not write that down? Wait, hold on. I did not. Wow. But alas, and then I pull out the other watch.
My mistake.
My mistake. I can only take one other passenger with me, but I have another watch for maybe a lovely lady, and then I hold that out to Domina.
Oh, well, thank you. Domina's very careful in taking it, seeing how small it is, and she just examined this for a while.
Can it be like a ring for her instead of a watch?
Oh, that's perfect.
It can. We would say the watch would be, because the watch was made for Scorchfire, which would be smaller than Domino, so could be a ring.
Okay, perfect. So Domina does place as the ring and examines it. You will need to explain how this works for me, or at least guide me through it, if it's automatic or such, because I am bad with these time dimension hopping devices.
Don't worry, ma'am, so am I. But it's easy. And I kind of like go through the whole rigmarole of how there's only like a few buttons to communicate with the TBD, and how basically to get back it's just the press of a button.
Huh. Wonderful. This is quite interesting. So, are we ready to leave this place?
I mean, I am. I would very much like to get out of here. It's very stinky down here, and I'd like to be with my friends if I can.
Domina, you mentioned you had a crew. You think they'd be alright without you?
I will just need to give them my coordinates of where I'm going, and I do hope they're able to locate me on time. It could take a few clicks, hours, but they will do the job. That is my job. I do the hopping, and they follow.
Synthwave, can you roll me a perception?
Oh, so much perception.
Oh no.
I got a 10.
Okay. With the 10, you look at your watch and the one that you provided to Domina, and you see it breaking up and staticky as the information that it's telling you, it's kind of breaking apart, and the lights flicker on and off as it's malfunctioning or something's interrupting it.
Yeah, we better go. I just kind of want to like
to do this.
It's fine, and I just want to like hook arms with Scorchamus and just press the button.
Oh gosh. So can Domina send her last coordinates to her crew at least, seeing how it's like glitching the device?
You can use your communicator. The watch
Perfect.
that Synthwave gave you is the one that's flickering and not functioning correctly.
Perfect, yeah. Okay, Domina takes a moment. Let me just update my crew, because I'm very worried if I don't send this on time, they think I'm dead again. Keyword, again. She sends the message to Neko. I'm sending you some coordinates from this new device. Do your best to find me. Send.
Okay. You send them, and as you click on the new device they provided you, and simply you click on the watch, you click and you feel it power up, and then it kind of powers back down.
That's a disappointing sound, isn't it?
Oh no.
Is it supposed to do this?
She just like starts pressing the button over and over.
Did they give you working watches by chance?
Yeah. Well, yes. I mean, that's how I got here. So, I mean,
What's
it
your
worked.
experience with this watch?
None.
Oh,
Yeah.
So you have no information that's power source, what we could do to fix this?
Not particularly. This isn't really my realm of expertise per se.
Before you were teleported out, Synthwave, the TVD did tell you that you were to help Scorchfire complete their task in this timeline and find the anomaly as well.
Okay. I just want to press the button a couple more times. Make sure that
no. Maybe third time's the charm.
Maybe I have to hold it down.
Is there like a reset on underneath it? Maybe.
Like one of those like really really tiny itty bitty
Yeah,
little
yeah,
buttons.
We should stop. I'm having PTSD from my experiences of traveling. Don't click more than 3.
I really want.
Domina's like reaching out to like stop Synthwave and Scorchamus.
1, 2, 3.
But I think please stop, children.
Maybe. She like stares at it long and hard. Maybe I'm not supposed to press it yet? I mean,
Is it
there...
timer based?
Do you have, like, unfinished business here?
Do I have unfinished business here? Yeah, getting out of here.
Could we perhaps... Do you have a scanner of what's keeping us here? Another oddity, perhaps? 'Cause I don't believe we're the only ones who've been jumping here and there.
Yeah.
Isn't it odd that all three of us are not from here? We've come here at different times.
Yes.
There's something that's pulling us here.
You were
sent by the TBD.
Well,
Domino was sent to look for anomalies, and not sure why I'm here.
Well, okay, Domina, what anomaly were you looking for? Because maybe that's the problem of why we can't leave?
My first oddity actually left this realm, and then later I've been informed there's another one. I could ask for another scan from my crew where I have to go in the city to find it.
What was the first anomaly? We're not the first ones, huh?
An anomaly.
So there was 4?
You weren't the first 2 I met. There was 2 more that I met earlier, and they left me here.
Who
So-
were
That's
these?
rude.
Who were these beings?
Their names were... Goodness. I do know there was a purple one. He had a weird name, the Horizon, and the other one was Mantix. Both of them had to leave, and after that, my own device, the anomaly, wasn't there anymore. Later on, as I was recovering, I bumped into Scorchimus. Actually, he found me, and that's when it was detected there was an anomaly. But
Would this Mantix look like anything like this guy here? And I pull out a photo of a small purple bot, roughly 6 foot in size, a bigger bot who looks like it turns into an 8-wheeler, and
Oh my gosh.
Mantix, who's a seeker, all huddled together in the kitchen of the Blue Jay. Would he look like this bot over here?
Yes.
she leans in and can I have that real quick? It's too small for my eyes.
Yeah, of course. Here you go.
Domina takes in squints. Oh yes, that's him. Definitely him. She keeps tapping
Oh my
the
gosh.
picture.
And as Domino says that, you feel the ground shake beneath you, and that's where we're gonna end it.
Aww.
Back
my
in the
gosh.
sewers.
You're back
Back
where
where we
you
started.
At least she's not alone
Never
this
leave the
time.
sewers.
Yeah.
Back at the TPD headquarters, 2 bots walk down a marbled hallway with gold infused along the cracks of stone. Beautiful arches overhead with interwoven colorful metals creating a web of art. The first bot, Era, bears a yellow golden cape, while his features look like that of royalty, strongly defined features with large shoulders and a fitted crown with lots of curls and intertwining points, speaks.
Historius, my friend. How was the orientation with the wreckers today?
The second bot, older than Era, wears a black and white cape, whose features appear that of knights of old. Shining even though there appears to be no light source bright enough to cause it, looks up and replies.
It went well, but...
What have we talked about?
Sorry. Tith gone well, my lord. But thy Vector Prime is beeth still stubborn.
As always, I see. Take him off his meds for a while and see if that helps. But don't let him out of his room during this length of time.
As you command. May doth ask thee one more question?
I guess it couldn't hurt.
Why killeth Mantix? Why bring in this other team? Why don't we take the fight to the enemy while they are weak?
Historius, that's more than one question. And you dropped the accent we talked about.
Sorry, it's just so hard to maintain when I'm frustrated.
That's fine. Do better next time. Anyway, to answer your question, your impertinent questions, this Mantix has an issue with authority. I've already picked a new one and their replacement. They will be filled in on the matter. Scorchfire and Smolder will never know the difference. The Wreckers hold a certain soft spot in my spark. I may not have known it at first, but they're the reason I'm here today, and would like to continue the cycle. Historius, you may not have lived through a tyrant leader like I have, it does things to you. Some things that push you to the edge where there is no coming back from. That is why it is important we succeed here.
Then why doth we attack the enemy now then?
We are playing a game made of glass, Historius. If we move too quickly, everything will shatter, and the multiverse as we know it will be doomed. This plan has been eons in the making. By the end of it, you and I will be long dead. We must come to terms with this, for the betterment of everything as we know and beyond.
I don't want to die, Era.
I know, my friend. Neither do I.
Next time on Transform and Roll Out.
I say to Synthwave, I've never been rescued like that before. Must have been my lucky day. Have you done this sort of thing before?
Well, I may or may not be a rescue bot, so this might be kind of typical, but it usually never works out this well, so I would say that's pretty lucky.
Well, you must be very good at it.
She just kind of like blushes and looks away shyly.
Domina ships this. He's isn't shipping this already.
Says it out loud.
Primus, help!
Do you have any rope, Scorchmas?
Yeah. Do I have any rope?
Yeah,
Good question.
I don't.
Let me see what's in my pouch. Ah, yes. No, I do not have any rope.
Wait. Tell Linsay what she sees before we keep going.
Please tell me what I see. I was like, wait, we have entrance music? This is awesome.